Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back to our weekly tarot card videos. Today is Thursday, March 26th, and I'm coming to you from my little reading studio here at 161 Stafford Street in Winnipeg. And things have been going well here. I'm enjoying a break today, and my timetable has been very different actually in this location because I have some different flexibility in terms of hours, but really enjoying the atmosphere and the neighborhood. And information about how to book an appointment with me is on my website at trevorsense.com. I always include that underneath each of these videos. And that's also where you'll find these videos in a table of contents order on my webpage under tarot videos. And there's a section about contact appointments, a section about my work, and things like that. Again, that's at trevorsense.com. But let's get into what our card of the week is. Again, I'd like to remind people that these are not meant to be predictive, but kind of an opportunity to look around and to see what you might see in the week ahead that you can identify with each of these cards. So shuffling them, and the remaining cards that we've covered already are set aside, and I like to cut them. And a court card, and it's the Queen of Cups. Again, let's look at the illustration. Here, I'll get around here. The Queen of Cups is seated on a throne right by the seaside, and cups are the suit of water. And you'll notice she's holding a very ornate cup, actually a chalice, and it's got winged figures. And interesting, she gets the fanciest cup out of all of the cup cards, and very similar to what you see on the Ace of Cups. When we look at the court cards and understand them in terms of the relationship of elements, it's rather interesting that we will see the business of how within the elements there are the elements. So it sounds kind of funny at first, but there's watery water, fiery water, airy water, earthy water. And she is the primal essence of water of water. All of the queens are water of that element, and she is watery water. So she gets the fanciest cup. She's like the penultimate. And cups are very much about nurture. They're very much about our emotions, our feelings, the ebb and flow. So water kind of works with an interesting kind of symbolism in terms of that. And she looks pretty passive. She looks pretty gentle. But let's look at a few key things. There's that very high cliff in the distance, just by her knee. And there's those rocks that are formed around the throne. And those are like jewels or crystals. And they're formed by the tremendous pressure of that water. You almost get the idea that this is an influence that can be deeply submerged and then kind of rising above. So there's great depth to the Queen of Cups, great depth of understanding, and very forceful nature, just like the tide that can come in and out, that can ebb and flow. And she's looking deeply into that cup, very intensely absorbed in terms of that element. So Queen of Cups, when we're describing a person, would be somebody with a very strong, emotionally understanding nature, deeply compassionate, and very sensitive and very feeling, but very forceful. All of the elements can be life-giving, and they can also be detrimental when they're not in the right balance. So this is a powerfully forceful emotional nature, deeply empathetic and empathic. A little bit of a difference. To be empathetic is the ability to sense and understand those feelings and emotions. But to be empathic can sometimes be feeling and experiencing those emotions as if they were our own. Now, I don't identify as an empath, I identify as an intuitive. So there's a degree of empathy involved in intuitive work. But at the same time, just as empaths learn to discern what is mine and what is maybe part of this atmosphere, to not be taking it on, there is that sense of understanding, and there's that sense of boundaries that we have to work with. So all of those qualities of compassion, empathy, and that sensitivity are qualities that we will see in a Queen of Cups kind of indicator. So this is a beautiful card of understanding and sensitivity and compassion, but also the awareness, the deep, just as we can see her concentrating strongly, the deep sense of our own work in terms of being compassionate or empathetic. So some random thoughts around this card of the week, and wishing everyone a lovely spring. Hopefully the weather's getting warmer, and we'll look forward to seeing you here again next week, or in person. And again, you can find all of that information on my website. Take care. Bye for now.